Okay, I'm going to start singing. You can join in however you like, and I'll do my best to get back on track for you guys. I've got to scroll down to see these comments, which is a bit of a pain. You can join in with anything you see. It's Soundabout live TV. Soundabout live TV. So come right in, let's have some fun. There's room enough here for everyone. You can join in with anything you see. It's Soundabout live TV. You can join in with anything you see. It's Soundabout live TV. So come right in, let's have some fun. There's room enough here for everyone. You can join in with anything you see. It's Soundabout live TV. Right, I think we're up and going. We've changed things around a bit. Bear with me if I have to fiddle with a few things here and there. I'd love to see all the comments. Okay, Charlie's here. I think I've got the right stream I'm looking at. We're going back to school. Part 2. Emma started us off last week. And I've got a little song to introduce everybody. So put your names, comment about what you're doing, and I'll try and give shout outs as and where I can see your comments. Rosie, Charlie, Anna is here. So we're going to Soundabout school. Soundabout, Soundabout, Soundabout school. Soundabout, Soundabout school. Soundabout, Soundabout school. That's where we go to school. Who's coming to Soundabout school with us? Or what school do you go to? We've got Charlie. Charlie school. Charlie school. Charlie school. That's where we're going to school. Who else is out there? Put your names in the comments. Soundabout, Soundabout school. Soundabout, Soundabout school. Soundabout, Soundabout school. That's where we're going to school. Have we got any other comments? Any other people? Anna is waving. Anna is waving along. Anna is waving along. Anna is waving along. Anna is going to school. Soundabout, Soundabout school. Soundabout, Soundabout school. Soundabout. Is it Rosie? Rosie, Rosie school, Rosie school, Rosie, Rosie school. We're going to Rosie school. So off to school. I think I'm going to move on. Big smiles from Charlie Hall. Big smiles from Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Well, I think we should pack our bags. If you've got... Oh, Jordan. Let's give Jordan one quick song. Jordan, Jordan school, Jordan, Jordan school, Jordan, Jordan school. That's where we're going to school. Now, have you got a waterproof handy and some other things to pack in your bag? Get your school bags ready. I'm going to pack a waterproof to start with. But let's remember that little chant we did with Emma. We're going to do a little chant that says back to school. And I'll do it lots of times over, and then a big roll and a stop. And let's see if anyone fills in the gaps. Here we go. We're going back to school. Back to school. Get your drums. Back to school. We're going back to school. From Ethan, hello. To school. Back to school. We're going back to school. We're going back to school. Tap your knees or clap, or maybe you want to tap someone's knees with them. Back to school. Back to school. Back to school. We're going back to school. Back to school. Back to school. Back to school. We're going back to school. Right, we're going to pack our bags for school. Tell me in the comments, if you can, what are you going to pack? Let's change our rhythm. We're going to say, what shall we pack? 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 I'm going to pack a waterproof first. If you've got one of those handy, we'll be able to interact and engage with it shortly. One more time with the chant. It's Ollie and Gemma in Whitney. It's Ollie, Gemma in Whitney. Here we go. What shall we pack? 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 Anna's packing her laptop. Her laptop. Her laptop. Her laptop. So, let me get my bag. And when we pack something, once we've interacted with it, what can be nice to do is model putting it in. We'll put a little rhyme with that. When we put it in, we'll be putting it in. And if your young person has hold of something, you can gently take your hands and wrap it round and help them let go to put it in. So, have you got a waterproof handy? The weather is changeable in autumn. It could rain at any time. So we're going to have a waterproof. Let's listen. There's a laptop gone in already, and the waterproof is going in. So for some people, they might need some help putting their waterproof on, and we can help them recognise that it's their arms they're going to need to be using. We're giving them a little massage. We're going to use our arms. We're going to use our arms. And what are we going to do? We're going to reach out, arms up. We're going to reach out, arms up. We're going to reach out and arms up. We're going to reach out and arms up. We're going to reach out and arms up. We're gonna reach out and arms up. Get that coat on and tell me what you're doing it. someone's stamping on their drum. What else can we do with our waterproofs? Has your waterproof got any Velcro on it? My lovely mic isn't plugged in, so you might not hear this as well. You got any Velcro? You got any Velcro? Can you hear the 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 Velcro? Maybe on your waterproof you've got a zip. We've got to zip them up. Let's get that going. Zip. Have you got a zip? 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 You can hear it. Fantastic. Zip. And zip. And zip. Zip it up. And zip. And zip. And zip. Zip it up. Wow, we've put our coat on. We've got the Velcro done up. How does it feel? It's a bit shiny, a bit smooth. It's got a swish sound. Swish sound. It's got a swish sound. It's got a swish sound. It's got a swish sound. You've got a swish sound. It's got a swish, 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 swish sound. Charlie loves the sound of the Velcro. Charlie. Charlie. Charlie loves the sound of the Velcro. And Sienna has a zip. She's got a zip. She's got a zip. She's got a zip. Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining in with the coat. Should we put it in our school bag? Can you put it in? Can you put it in? Can you put it in? Put it in. Can you put it in? Can you put it in? Jordan's laughing about the zip sound and scrunching up the coat with a swish, swish. Let's put it in and find something else to put in. There we go. Because we're going back to school. Back to school. We're going back to school. Back to school. We're going back to school. Back to school. Back to school. We're going back to school. What shall we pack? 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 Well, I really loved Emma's water bottle the other day. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Pack your water bottle, splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Shall we pack our water bottle, splish, splash, splish. Shall we pack our water bottle? We'll pack a lunchbox, that's a good idea. Anna wants to pack a lunchbox. Well, I haven't got my lunchbox with me, but I'm going to put my snack in as well. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Let's pack our water bottle and our snack for our lunch box. 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 Pack lunch, crisps, yummy, crisps, yummy. Crisps, yummy. Sienna loves crisps, crisps, yummy. Well, let's pack this lunch. We've got our water. We've got our snack. We've got our water. We've got our snack. We've got our water. We've got a snack. Shall we put it in? Here we go. Can you put it in? Can you put it in? Can you? Who's gonna put it in? Can you put it in? Can you put it in? Who's gonna? Rose is gonna. Sienna's gonna put it in. Well, our bag's getting full. Let's put one more thing in. We packed our lunch. We've packed our waterproof. Has anyone got a little friend that they take to school with them? Some schools allow you to take a little friend in case you get worried or to remind you of home. Something soft. And a little friend. Here's my little friend. And we're going to pack my little friend here. He's soft. He's soft. He's soft. So soft. He's soft. He's soft. He's soft. So soft. He's soft. He's soft. He's soft. So soft. He's my little friend. He's my little friend. He's soft. So soft. Our little friend's going in, and we might use our soft cuddly friends to relax with later. But let's put him in for now. Shall we put him in? Shall we put him in? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we put him in? Shall we put him in? Shall we put him in? Let's put him in. Put him in. Well, my bag's full. Once we've packed our bag, we should probably go to school. So, I've got a little song, and we're going to move around to this song and pretend we're on the school bus, and as it turns right and left and brakes and takes off again, we're going to move the whole upper part of our bodies. And a nice way to do this could be sitting opposite each other, putting your hands on each other's shoulders, a bit like row your boat, and move together and move together, and help each other get that feeling of moving around on the school bus. You can join in with sound makers or vocalising and dance, and that's my little tip. Let me know how you're joining in. Let's get this song going. Driving along in a school or to school in a bus, our teachers have made it safe for us. What could we hear and how will it feel, being at school in an automobile, driving to school in a car or a bus? Our teachers have made it safe for us. Let's do that again. Driving to school in a car or a bus, our teachers have made it safe for us. What we hear and how will it feel, being at school or an automobile, driving to school in a car or a bus? Our teachers have made it safe for us. Well, we're going to start moving around now. We're going to move side to side. So do it together if you can, maybe hold hands. Or sit opposite each other is great. Here we go. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout, turning left and turning right. Better make sure that belt's on tight. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. Are you moving left to right? That car or bus is turning those corners. It's making our body move. Who's driving the Soundabout bus? Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout, turning left and turning right. Better make sure the belt's on tight. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. So we sway left to right, maybe backs and forwards. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. We hit the brakes and off we go, our body's moving to and fro. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. Right, backs and forwards, here we go. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. We hit the brakes and off we go, our body's moving to and fro. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. We're moving around. One more time with that one. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. We hit the brakes and off we go, our body's moving to and fro. Moving around on the roundabout, going to school with Soundabout. Okay. What about the sound of the engine or the motor sound of the engine or the motor. So the lift at the back of the van. Who can do some vocalising? Tell me how, out there, you're vocalising the sound of the motor. Maybe of your wheelchair or the engine of your bus. How does it sound? Who's making some vocal sounds of the engine? Oh, Charlie is going making the M sound from low to high with Charlie. And again. Oh. And we've got some brum, brum, beep, beep. Brum, brum, beep, beep. Brum, brum, beep, beep. Brum, brum, beep, beep. And Jordan is vocalising and laughing. Jordan. Jordan. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Great. Here we go, let's finish off this song. I want to do something else next. Driving to school in a car or a bus. Our teachers have made it safe for us. What did we hear and what did we feel? Being in school in an automobile. Driving to school in a car or a bus. Our teachers have made it safe for us. One more time. Driving to school in a car or a bus. Our teachers have made it safe for us. What did we hear and what did we feel? Being at school in an automobile. Driving to school in a car or a bus. Our teachers have made it safe for us. That's out of tune, isn't it? That was a lot of fun. I liked that a lot, and thank you for your ideas. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. It was lots of fun. Okay, some other sounds from school that we're going to be hearing is all those sounds at lunchtime. So I wonder, it's time to get out anything you've got with you that could make some sounds of lunchtime. Some cutlery, some plates and cups. Tell me what you're playing with. Tell me what you're interacting with, and we'll make some music with our lunchtime sounds. It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch, where we munch, where we crunch. It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch, where we munch, where we crunch. It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch, where we munch, where we crunch. What will we hear? What will we hear? What will we hear? What will we hear when it's time for lunch? I've got my pots and pans. 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 Have you got some pots and pans out there? One thing it's nice to do, maybe for children that haven't got a lot of pressure in their grip, is make an extra grip for them. Just a kind of cloth and some rubber bands can make it bigger and maybe a bit easier to hold. And then you could offer a tub or a pot or a pan and move it with them and have them stir or tap. It's time for lunch. 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 What will we hear? What will we hear? What will we hear? We'll hear the pots. 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 We'll hear the pans. We'll hear the pots. We'll hear the pots. We'll hear the pots. We'll hear the pans. We'll hear the pots. We'll hear the pots. It's time for lunch. 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 Stirring our pots. We're stirring our pots. It's time for lunch. 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 What will we hear? 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 The cutlery. We'll hear the cutlery. We'll hear the cutlery tapping away. We'll hear the cutlery. We'll hear the cutlery. We'll hear the cutlery tip and tap. We'll hear the cutlery. Hear the cutlery. We'll hear the cutlery tip and tap. We'll hear the noise of it going on the table. We'll hear the cutlery. We'll hear the cutlery. We'll hear the cutlery moving around. We'll hear the cutlery. Jessica is smiling. And Charlie says yum yum. 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 Time for lunch. It's 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 time for lunch. We'll hear the bowls on the table. We'll hear the bowls on the table. We'll hear the bowls. We'll hear those bowls. We'll hear the bowls. We'll hear the bowls on the table. Charlie, is blowing raspberries. Yeah, lots of different eating sounds we get where at lunchtime, and a raspberry is certainly one I've heard before. And chomp, eating sounds. We hear you munch, we hear you crunch, crunch, crunch. We hear you munch, we hear you crunch, we hear you munch. We hear you chew, we hear you chew. We hear you munch, we hear you crunch during lunch. It's time for 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 lunch. Wow, what lovely sounds we've been making. We've heard the pots and pans. We've heard that cutlery. We've heard some raspberries. We've heard the bowls banging on the table and some eating sounds. Crunch, crunch at lunch. So what about your favourite dinners? I thought maybe we could make some rhythms with favourite dinners. School dinners. We packed our packed lunch earlier. What about those people that have hot dinners at school? What about, now you can tap your drums, you can clap. I'm going to tap my knees. Here's a tasty meal. Fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt. Fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt. Fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt, fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt, fish and chips. Did anyone finish? Did anyone show you they were expecting that last part of that chant? I did it 3 times and stopped halfway through the 4th. See if you can do it with me. Curry. Oh, good one, Charlie. Right, we'll move on to curry after fish and chips. Fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt. 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 Faster. Chips. Strawberry yogurt. Fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt. Fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt. Fish and chips. Strawberry yogurt. Oh, what kind of curry, Charlie? Oh, let's have a curry, and then Sienna is going to have a jacket potato with cheese and beans. That's a tough rhythm. But let's start with chicken curry. Why not? Chicken curry. 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 What else have we got? Jacket potato. Jacket potato. Jacket potato with cheese and beans. Jacket potato. Jacket potato. Jacket potato with cheese and beans. Jacket potato. Jacket potato. Jacket potato with cheese and beans. Jacket potato. Jacket potato. Jacket potato with cheese and beans. Whoa. What else have we got? I'm getting hungry now. Roast dinner. And beans on toast. Let's go. What can we have with our roast dinner? Well, I like roast potatoes, Yorkshire roast dinner with Yorkshire pudding. Right, here we go. Roast dinner with Yorkshire pudding. 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 Roast dinner with Yorkshire puddings. Oh, let's put these last two together. We've got lots coming in. I'm going to blast through them. Here we go. So, beans on toast. 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 Salmon and veg. Salmon and veg. Salmon and veg. Salmon and veg. For Jordan, salmon and veg. Salmon and veg. Salmon and veg. There's salmon and veg. Oh, taters and gravy. Lovely. Let's stick that one in, and then I'll do a quick dessert. Gravy, taters and 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 gravy, gravy, taters and gravy, taters and gravy, taters and gravy. Lovely. Last one then. We're going to finish it up with a dessert. Ice cream, fresh fruit salad. 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 Ha! Some people like mummy's cooking instead of school dinners. I can understand that. Depends how lucky you are at your school with the kitchen there. Okay. I think it's probably time to start relaxing. We've done all sorts today. We've sang about going to school. We've packed our bags. We've interacted with our water fruits. Swish. We've interacted with our packed lunch, with our water and our snack. Water and our snack. And we packed our friend. So if you've got a soft toy, a favourite friend, can I get him up here maybe? He'll stay. Then let's relax with him. So you can be giving him a cuddle, you can be feeling your little soft toys, soft furry head, or you can be seeing how it feels on different body parts, like a little bit of a massage. So we're going to relax. Relaxing. feel soft. They're soft. They're so soft. We're relaxing with our friends. Relaxing with our friends. They feel soft on your cheek. They feel soft on your cheek. Gently, slowly, calming down. Bit of a massage or a cuddle with your little soft friend. We're relaxing with our soft toys. We're relaxing with our soft toys. Soft, so soft. We're soft, so soft. On your arm, on your arms, on your arms, on your arms. Relaxing with our soft toys. We're relaxing with our soft toys. Well, we've been to school for part 2 and we're going to have part 3 on Tuesday. I'm going to finish off with the same song that Emma did. Where have we been? We've been to Soundabout school, haven't we? Kind of forgotten the words, but we'll work around that. Soundabout school, Soundabout, we've been to Soundabout school, Soundabout school, that's where we've been to school. Who's been with us? Soundabout, Soundabout school, Soundabout, Soundabout school, Soundabout, Soundabout school, that's where we've been to school. Soundabout, Soundabout school, Soundabout, we've been to Soundabout school, Soundabout, Soundabout school, that's where we've been to school. It's time to finish, it's time to finish. That's what it's time to do. I'm not going to try that again, but thank you everybody for coming to school with me and joining in. It's been oh so fun. Sorry about the problems at the start, but hopefully you've been able to hear me. And thanks for all the comments and joining in. But now it's time to finish. It's time to finish. music has finished. So goodbye from Will. See you next time.